welcome in. Join us. Today we're taking pot shots at Guy Fieri. This is going to be a very different style of video than the last one. And you can see right here, we're starting off shooting. We're shooting from a distance. Because this is a different character. This is my ranger. Technically, D&D OC Gloomstalker from 50. Gloomstalkers are stealth assassins. Do a lot of hiding in dark places and such. And here we are. We've invaded a solo host who is sitting. Doing a lot of sitting. Makes it a little bit harder to hit them while they're sitting, because I don't really know how the hitboxes work. See? I thought that was going to hit. Looked like it should have. That one too. But we're missing, and that's fine, because we've got patience. Because we're an assassin. And assassins get out of sight before they take potions. You gotta get behind the bush before the blue particle effects show up. Well, here we are. Oh. Must not have had my enchanted shot active. I was just zooming in like regular. Anyway, we're going to try again. Let's see if we can hit him. Yeah, headshot. There we go. So on this build, we've got the host mirror, which is why we don't show up red. We've also got the concealing veil, so that when we're crouching from a distance, we're invisible. Now here you can see Guy Fieri has given up, and instead of coming to find me, he's gonna let the knights kill him. This is a suicide by cop. And Thetch still wants a piece of that. There we go, goodbye Guy Fieri. I'm Cade9 Scarred. This is my second build video. And this is Thetch, the hunter of the Central Woods. We got a couple different armor sets that you'll be seeing me switch between in these videos, because the invasion, some of these clips started at level 125, and about a month later I've taken her up to 138. So these are some of them. We got different hoods over the Mausoleum Knights set, the prelate gloves, and a couple different pairs of boots. And then this is the lighter set in the Confessor armor from the beginning of the game. And it's got a really good cloak. Here's a quick look at some of it. Here are the talismans. We got Alexander Jarshard, we got the Lord of Blood's Exaltation, the Concealing Veil, and the Host's Mirror. And while I was doing this, I decided to switch out the Lord of Blood's Exaltation for the Green Turtle Talisman, because I just like being able to do more things more often. But really, the Host Mirror and the Concealing Veil, they always stay on, because that's where the stealth's coming from. For our Flask of Wondrous Physic, we've got Dexterity and Stealth Regen, but I switched out the Dexterity for the Thorny. And here we have the weapons. We got the Bleed Godskin Stitcher in the main right hand. It's got that double heavy poke. It's got that thrusting sword backstep. And I've got Bloody Slash on it. Then we've got Morgoth's Cursed Sword. It's plus 10. Big, long, curved sword. Big, sweeping attacks. Good stance pressure. And look at this beautiful Ash of War. Big, flaming slash. It gets people off me. Then, offhand, we got the Lightning Hoslow Pedal Whip. Level 25. It chains together so well. It's also got bleed, and it's got lightning, so it breaks through shields. And then the Albinoric Bow with Enchanted Shot. I'm usually using Serpent Arrows and Stormhawk Arrows, sometimes Lightning Arrows, but I use all the arrows. I switch them around. And there we go. That's all it is. Let's get off to it. Now for my first crime of the video, we have an outfit that I didn't reveal in that opening scroll, but that's because after this I realized that I didn't really like the raptor's feathers, because it's got those bones hanging off it. This looks it's a bit much. but this invasion was so good that I kept it in. This is how I love to play with Thetch. I go somewhere dark, I come in, I've got the host mirror on, so I've got my own coloring, I'm not showing up red, and I don't turn on lights. So I'm just sneaking, and we're in the sewers, which, as we all know, is a perfect place for sneaking. So I come in, I'm looking around, and it just takes learning the maps a lot. I'm scrolling, I can see the gold dot showing me what direction they're in. I look, I can see that there's enemies here, which means they likely haven't gone down any of those paths. And I'm looking around, and then I forget that there's a hole here. But I don't panic, because we don't turn on lights. This is legitimately how I play. This is what it looks like when I play with this character. And it works out somehow. I just intuit. You can... The quality of the video isn't helping. I'm playing on a 4K screen, whereas we're watching this in 720, so you can't see as much. But here we're just going around, looking down tunnels, seeing if we see any indication of them. In universe, like in my D&D game, Thetch is a werewolf as well, which is part of the reason that I've got the bleed and the arcane. Like with the cursed blood sword and stuff, it felt like a good way to work that in. And boom, we found them. Get them. It's Radon. Get them. We're backing up. Chase them off. They can't really see me, but I can see them clear as day with their lights on. Now they got a big fire sword. So get back. I heal a little bit. What's that? I slink off into the rest of the sewer. I was going to say the night, but, who knows what time of day it is. We're in the sewer. And now, we're not in the sewer. The opposite. We're in a snowfield. Here we go. Where are they? There they are. So, I'm crouching immediately because I've told you I have the concealing veil on. It lets me be invisible when I'm at a distance. I have... realistically, no idea how it actually works. I don't know how far away I have to be invisible, so I just spend a lot of time sneaking to make sure. Now, one thing with archery is, with locking on, I often find that it's better to shoot at the person who's farther away, unless one of them's right up on you. Because you can always, if they get too far away and you break lock on, you can switch at the last second to the one who's closer. And that'll save you a bunch of shots. He's coming in, they've closed. And he doesn't even get a hit in. Clean that up. There we go. That's a nice clean invasion right there. Get some shots, get some poison, scare him away, and then the troll spawns in because it was dead when I got here. Beautiful. Here's Volcano Manor. We got 3 people in a close area, and this character thrives at isolating one at a time. We don't really have that chance right here. We just have a lot of lightning to dodge. And big bloody slashes. There's so much lightning to dodge, and I'm not doing a great job of it. There's even red lightning, different kinds of lightning, lots of dodging. Here I realize I got the wrong talismans on. I got archery talismans. I switch, I get out of the way, I switch. Now the biggest mistake in this invasion, and something I'm actually learning a lot watching these back, is there's a path around the side of this building where I could have run away, gone up a ladder, gotten some distance, and kept harassing them. But I didn't. I just tried to stay and fight. And I need to stop doing that with Thetch. Thetch doesn't need to stay and fight. Thetch needs to be patient and take her time and strike when the moment. Oh, we're invading Marine. The Marine, a Marine, who knows? We'll find out. We're in the Deep-Root Depths. We got that milky death water. We got sunken buildings, and looks like they're on the other side of this sunken building right here, because of that gold dot up on the top in that map. Anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, it's there's a map right up at the top of the screen. So I'm heading in the right direction. Ooh, and then I finally get a glimpse of him. Ooh, we've got the dreaded Goblin Slayer. I almost made a Goblin Slayer build, but maybe the DLC will have better items for it. This one doesn't look like he's got a great cosplay. And we've got a hunter summoned with a naughty name, naughty name, so I'll never know what it is. Here's me going around behind a wall, because again, I don't know how the concealing veil really works. Sometimes I crouch and I just break line of sight to make sure. So here's another example of aiming at the one who's further away, so you can switch. Right there, so I got that last minute switch to the host, and I still hit him with the arrow, didn't waste it. Goblin Slayer's coming after me. Got what? It's a white mask Goblin Slayer with a big flaming Bloodhound Claw, or Bloodhound Fang. Oh, both of them have and the Hunter, all three of them, different Bloodhound Fangs, all different colors. It's the weapon of choice. I'm getting a point down from a white mask, bad cosplay of Goblin Slayer. But look at them, they're all different colors and they all have different color swords. That's precious. Here we are, back in Volcano Manor. This is the same group from earlier. And look, we got two of them with Bloodhound Fangs as well. 800, level your vigor. I'm gonna die in this room, but I killed one of them this time. And this host is such a, I'm just wearing whatever I can to get through. I like this guy though. I like that he claps for me each time he kills me. This one's fun. Plus, you know, good outfit. And then the host with no shoes, big robe. Silly, very silly. Here we are, we're in Stormvale. I love invasions in Stormvale. Everyone that makes YouTube videos and invades always talks about how great invasions are here. It's just a fun map. It's well laid out. Me and the host here have we have a pact where he goes behind trees, and I only shoot at him when I know it's gonna hit the tree. There we go. Beautiful. Don't even worry. Haven't shot him. But they don't know they don't know where I'm at yet, because even though that made noise, they couldn't see me, because I've got the concealing veil. The mysterious how does it work veil. Just a regular shot rather than an enchanted shot. But I got him, popping off some shots. Something must have been in the way to block that. But there we go. I switch right when they're getting close. Sometimes I wait too long. Beautiful jump to avoid the lightning. And then bam. Look at that. And then the summon backs up because we're both at half health, and I have more armor. Get back here with your horns. I'll chase you. Another good invasion. Success. Oh, the opposite side of Stormvale. And this one's in tight quarters. And I can already see them there in that bottom right corner. So hiding isn't going to be... I'm not going to need the concealing veil, because I'm not going to be able to get far enough away to be invisible. I just have to hide behind things. So I'm going to give myself a little bit more damage for this invasion, and hope I can get the jump on them. Here they come. Coming up those stairs. I'm hidden. But I got them. Yeah. Blender. And that's about as blending as it can get. Double twin blades. Big slash. Lots of bleed happening. I'm dropping down. Getting some space from him. Luckily, I rolled through that bleed so it didn't proc. Get another heal, another huge proc. Oof. Bloody slash. Funnel him into a tight corridor, get that slash, and then get killed by the Phantom. But that's okay. I got that host. I got that host and the Executioner's Axe right here. Love that guy. Crumbling Farah Missoula. I told everyone how much I love this place last video. I still love this place. First thing I do is crouch, because it's just instinctual. I don't need to be crouching. This is gonna be one of those Godskin Duo boss fog wall invasions, but normally I run out of here and don't bother crouching till I get to the bottom of the stairs these days, but I was still a little bit green when I filmed this one, so I was taking my time. Got them both on the stairs, and my goal is to kill him before he makes it through that gold door right there. And I did it. And then I died again. So that's 2 in a row where I get the host, the summon kills me, but at least this time I got my buddy Banished Knight here to follow him down the hallway and clean up. So that's 2 for 1 for my team. We are winning. Oh yeah, and then sometimes when you invade, you come back into your own game in a very inopportune spot. Well, I left this in because it was funny. I died in the invasion, lost my runes, showed up at a gargoyle, yelling fire at me, and immediately fell. Here's another long, drawn-out patience invasion. I've almost used an entire mana bar already. I've used, looks like 12, 13 arrows, shooting at him from a distance. I was waiting here for a while. Hunter has returned to their world. That means there's time before this clip started, for us to be sitting here not seeing each other, and then a hunter got summoned in to help them, and then the hunter was here for long enough that they gave up and went home. Because I'm just sitting out here waiting. Got a pretty good view. They have to come past me to continue the level, and I'm not going to go step in the rot. And here's another great example of me having no idea how the Concealing Veil really works. So I'm pretty sure that if they can get a lock-on on me, even if I go invisible, they will maintain the lock-on. So I have to get far enough away that they can't lock on to me. Whereas if I'm closer to them and I'm invisible, they could lock on to me if they knew I was there. So it's just me taking shots at them and then hiding and hoping they can't see me anymore, hoping I've broken line of sight so they can't have a lock on and they can't re-lock on because they don't see me. And that's just the name of the game over here. We sit on, we try and get a good vantage point, we stay crouched, we wait for one of them to reveal themselves, and then we shoot at them. Make them come to us, because I'm in the way. I am an obstacle. A patient obstacle. And I'm just chunking that host. 300 damage with a hit. I'm using Serpent Arrows, which is probably not the greatest move here, because it's adding poison, and they probably have a bunch of immunity, because we're in the Lake of Rot, and they'd need immunity to be able to defend against the Rot. So the Poison Arrows probably aren't the best idea. Oh, here we go. He's decided he's making a go for it. He comes in. He's gonna... Ooh, Targaryen. And I've almost fully cleaned... What? And then look at this. 95,000 runes. That summon, that Phantom was level 443. I looked it up. I'm level like 130 or something in that clip. God, I love that invasion. That was so fun. Pissed them off enough to come get me and showed them that no, they separated. here we go. We got 3 people all together, and I'm trying to fight them under a dragon. And I got one of them. The dragon didn't give a shit. And the host dies too, though, so mission accomplished. That's another win for Team Me, and I guess the dragon's on my team too, but, you know, friendly fire. Crumbling Farum Azula is so cool. Here we are, we're back in Volcano Manor. Oh, this one must have been after the Stormveil invasion, because I'm switching back to the Concealing Veil. Oh, and the call back to the beginning of the video, here we got Guy Fireairy, or at least the guy he stole his armor from. And here I do some real terrible shooting. Just look at, just whiffs on whiffs. But then a headshot, that was nice. I got their attention, but I'm just leaving myself trapped at the top of these stairs. There were so many places I could have gone here. And I'm just holding them off at the bottom of the... They're at the bottom of the stairs. I'm holding them off up the stairs. Getting some shots in. I've chosen this one in particular. This guy with his tree horsetail root helm. I'm surrounded. Everything's going bad. I got one of them, but that was it. This was the moment. This is the moment I realized that maybe it was time to learn and bring in another weapon. So we brought in Morgoth's Cursed Blade. It was bound to happen. I got the stats for it. It's on the build. I use it against bosses sometimes, but this is when I first started bringing it in against PvP. We got him, and because it's just the big sweeps, the chase down, the range on it. It's a great get off me button. But you may notice throughout the video when I'm using it is that Ash of War, the weapon ability, is so cool looking that I use it too often. There's the right time to use it, and there's using it too often. You know, I toe that line. But I cleaned up that summon, and then I chased down that host. That went much better. Oh, this one's fun. Here we are. We're in the first step. So we got some gankers. They're hanging over there right at the starting area, trying to have a fight club. And I've summoned in far enough away that I have time to sneak in. Sometimes you spawn in right next to them in this area, and then you just gotta start fighting. But I've spawned in with plenty of space to get to do my thing, you know? Take my time, look around. I see the top of a head right over there. But I'm not gonna risk a shot from up here. I'm gonna go get a little bit closer. But then, looks like the timeline has gotten moved up because we have a co-invader now. So now I got a buddy that needs my help. And I'm still too far away. I slink on over there. He's holding his own long enough. There we go. Join the fray. You know, isolate. We're pairing off. I was too far away to get those shots in. Now, I know the host is coming at me, so I shoot the summon just to give my buddy over there a little bit extra damage on it before the host closes on me, and it becomes each of us 1v1ing somebody else. We've paired off, we've split their attention, and my buddy got the other one. Ugh, look at that. A refill on the potions. And now it's me and my co-invader versus the host here. And now we have to do the thing where we try not to hit each other because we both have big weapons. That was just me hitting the wrong button at the wrong time. But there we go, we're switching off, we're taking turns, and I see the host is trapping himself. Look at this. Just put himself right in a little corner. Ah, it's beautiful. And then that was on accident. I never attack other invaders on purpose, but I do get excited and hit the wrong button inputs. Here's one where it just goes to show that, you know, if I have Morgoth's Curse Sword and I come right in and there's a fight happening already. I think that guy died to Deathblight. Anyway, when there's a fight happening already, I could just go in swinging. It'd be a lot harder with the thrusting sword. Sometimes, when you're invading, you hit invade, and then you look at your phone, and you miss that the game is playing without you, and you just sit here. And you look at your phone. And you just sit here. And then they come up behind you and they're about to kill you. But luckily, the movement on the TV brought you back to what's going on. So, we're at the shack, we're in the lake, we're having lake duels. Never really my favorite, but, you know, this is what we're doing. So close. Also, I don't know if they were doing a no-heals duel kind of a thing. I don't really bother with that. I'm here to kill all of them. So, I'm gonna use my health pots when I need to. Got that summon. Now it's just me and the host. Except a hunter came in. Right there. I was just trying to kill the host, now I got a hunter to deal with. And now I do not have a hunter to deal with any longer. That was surgical. That was... I hope that hunter's embarrassed. I would be. And now the audio and the video desynced a little bit with the actual clip, so the sounds are a bit off. But I see we both had the same thrusting sword, so I've switched to Morgoth's Cursed Sword because I didn't want a mirror matchup with weapons. And you'll see that I soft swap, because when I'm in the Confessor chest piece rather than the Mausoleum Knight Sword, my equip load is low enough that I can't. And it's one of the reasons I've switched back. I mean, the rest of the invasions in this clip, you'll see me wearing the Confessor cloak because it looks great, but I've been soft swapping, and I don't want to soft swap with Thetch anymore. I want to just pick a weapon and force myself to run away, get some space, get some distance, and hard swap and practice it, because it's, you know, it's not something I'm very good at. It's not something I can do very quickly in the moment. It's something I need to kind of pigeonhole myself into having to do it. Otherwise I won't. Here we go. So this one, I'm pretty sure this is the last invasion of the video. This is another, just like Fireri at the beginning. We've got a host sitting, waiting for people to come fight them. And I'm just not going to, because I have a bow. And I'm not always going to hit with it, because I don't know what the hitbox on sitting people is like. I don't know if they still are technically the same model standing up and that's what their hitboxes are, or if It's actually them sitting down. I have a hard time with it. But I got the Concealing Veil, which, I don't really know if he can see me or not. I'm pretty sure I'm out of range, so I'm going back and forth between these two bushes, because when I do when I do Enchanted Shot, I stand up, which breaks crouch. So I try and do it from bushes, so that I can immediately crouch again and break line of sight. And then I'll take a couple shots from one area until they know very clearly where I'm shooting them from, and then I will move to a different bush, all while being invisible the whole time. I'm moving from bush to bush, so they don't know which bush I'm in until I start shooting them again. Getting a couple. I'm shooting them with serpent bone arrows, just trying to land poison. It's like, usually, depending on the stats of the person I'm shooting, it's usually 3-ish arrows before it procs poison. And, it's just... This is a patient play style. Or ideally it is. I'm trying to make this a patient play style. I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to take my time. If I'm going to have a 45-minute invasion, it's going to be with Thetch. I'm going to be following someone all around the whole map. Just plinking shots from above, sneaking from bush to bush, repositioning myself. I'm in no rush. I'm just having a good time playing a game. This invasion has already been going for 3 minutes. I was just going back and forth between these bushes, and this guy's just sitting there. Just sitting there, really wants me to go have like a boxing match on top of this square. And I really want them to understand that I'm not going to. If they want to duel people, there's an entire multiplayer mode in the Coliseum for that. I got that poison, and then immediately takes a poison bolus, an antidote, cures the poison, and then gestures at me, come on. So you know what I do? I switch out the serpent bone arrows for bleed arrows. Because, if you're just going to cure one thing I'm doing, I'm going to do a different one. Because we're being petty now. If you're going to sit there and be petty, I'm going to shoot at you and be petty. That was a good one. See, that was just... I tracked that one well. I don't normally track them that well. When he's coming at me, he's got bleed, and so it insta-procs. Coming in, already half health. We're having a bleed fight up in the grass, which I would say is much more what I want than a boxing match up on a square. And so I soft swap, curve sword. He's got flowers coming out of him, and this weapon can do fire damage. And I know those flowers are weak to fire damage. And there we go. That's what you get, a snapping turtle. For wasting your time. Not mine, I had a great time. But you wasted your time. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Cade9Scarred. Like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to. And there'll be more. Till next time.